Hello friends, welcome to Knowledge Galaxy to rediscover the basics with Mayank Tiwari, a premier coaching and training channel dedicated to metallurgy studies and consultancy. Established to cater the needs of students, degree, diploma and AIM metallurgy, competitive and recruitment exams for GATE, SAIL and various other government and private sector companies, metallurgical industries and whosoever seeking knowledge and information about various subjects and topics of metallurgy, operational process optimization, productivity improvement analysis, concepts like 5As, total productive maintenance, TPM, quality circle, QC, root cause analysis, RCA, ISO systems, QMS, EMS and OSHAs, practical and effective communication English, written and spoken. This is the basic foundation of making this channel. Another important aspect of this channel is to impart practical industrial knowledge as per your specific requirements via tailor-made training sessions for your colleagues, employees and students. Please contact me on knowledgegalaxy26@gmail.com or WhatsApp me on +91 99 071 44 101 for scheduling and organizing the sessions at your place or via video conferencing. Another most important aspect of this channel is that specialized subject-wise coaching classes are available for Diploma Engineering, Metallurgy and Mechanical, Indian Institute of Metals, IIM, Part 2 or Section B, and competitive and recruitment exams for GATE, SAIL and various other government and private sector companies, metallurgical industries. Here, complete syllabus coverage will be offered for the students aspiring to appear in the forthcoming semester exams like December or June, who wish to gain some knowledge and clarify their doubts and want some more guidance. Please contact me on knowledgegalaxy26@gmail.com or WhatsApp me on +91 99 071 44 101 for scheduling and organizing the classes via video conferencing. My dear friends, now technology has so advanced that the physical distance doesn't matter. You can gain the knowledge and clarify your doubts even by sitting at your home from the comfort of your home or office. So you can use the technology and clarify your doubts. So just contact me on given contact details as soon as possible. My dear friends, I have made so many videos for the benefit of all of you which are available on my channel. So I request you, all of you, to please do visit my channel repeatedly and regularly and watch all the videos available there, and also watch all the videos till the end so that you can gain maximum knowledge and complete knowledge about the topic. And as little knowledge or half knowledge is more dangerous than no knowledge, so you must watch all the videos till end. So my dear friends, in this video I will be discussing about space lattice different types and their coordination number. My dear friends, this is a series of various videos and topics presentations basically based on material science syllabus, and I am covering each topic and syllabus topic wise in small. I have divided them in small topics and so that you can understand it very clearly and don't have any misunderstanding. So for your clear understandings, please do watch the video till the end. So let us now start this video, and with this video I expect minimum 10 new channel subscribers who believe in me and who like my content. So also I am very much thankful to all my channel subscribers for believing in me and liking my content. So let us now start this video. it starts with crystal structure. Crystals are made up of regular and periodic three-dimensional pattern of atoms, ions or molecules in space called crystal structure. Crystal structures are described in terms of an idealized geometrical concept called space lattice. The position of constituent atoms, ions or molecules in a crystal relative to one another in space is usually represented by points. The arrangements of these points shows how the atoms or ions or molecules in a crystal are arranged at different sites in three-dimensional space called space lattice. So now space lattice, let us know what it is. The crystal lattice or space lattice is the diagrammatic representation of the constituent particles in three dimensions in which each particle is represented by points. Thus, a regular three-dimensional arrangement of points in space is known as crystal lattice. A space lattice is an array of points in space such that the environment about each point is same. I do repeat this because this is very important definition. A space lattice is an array of points in space such that the environment about each point is same. It is to be noted here that the lattice points may or may not be the atom sites. Now let us discuss about the basis, what it is. In the space lattice, every lattice point is associated with one or more points or atoms called the basis or pattern. When basis is repeated with proper periodicity in all directions, it gives the actual crystal structure. Thus, crystal structure can be imagined to be the lattice array of bases. The basis may contain one, two or more atoms. The basis itself may or may not have the elements of symmetry. A vector drawn from any lattice point to another is called lattice translation vector, which is a linear combination of two primitive vectors. That is, vector r is equal to x vector a plus y vector b, where x and y are integers. This equation shows that complete 2D, that is two-dimensional lattice may be generated from a lattice points. A lattice may be divided into cells called basic cell or more often unit cell in case of identical atoms in the lattice. A unit cell is the smallest portion of the crystal lattice which, when repeated in different directions, generates the entire lattice. Do remember this, and I am repeating this as it is very important. A unit cell is the smallest portion of the crystal lattice which, when repeated in different directions, generates the entire lattice. This question is many times asked in various Viva-based interviews, definition of unit cell. So please do remember this very carefully and very sincerely. A unit cell may also be defined as a polyhedron that will cover the crystal by application of translation group and exhibits all the properties of a crystal as a whole. The unit cell is characterized by edge length A and B along the three edges of the unit cell, and angles alpha, beta and gamma are the angles between the pairs of edges. The choice of unit cell is made consistent with the consideration that unit cell must be some integral multiple of the basic cell, and it must contain at least one unit molecule or atom or ion of the solid. For a rhombic lattice, a regular unit cell with an interior point is normally chosen. Such a unit cell with interior point is called centered unit cell. The unit cell which doesn't contain any interior point is known as a primitive unit cell. I repeat, the unit cell which doesn't contain any interior point is known as a primitive unit cell. Now let us discuss about the crystal, lattice and motif, what they are and how it is used. Crystal is equal to lattice plus motif. Now let us, what is motif or basis? It is typically an atom or a group of atoms associated with each lattice point. Now to clarify further it, lattice is the underlying periodicity of the crystal and the basis is the entity associated with each lattice points. Again, lattice is how to repeat, motif is what to repeat. I again repeat, lattice is how to repeat and motif or basis is what to repeat. Lattice is translationally periodic arrangement of points and crystal is translationally periodic arrangement of motifs. Crystal is equal to lattice, that is where to repeat, plus motif or basis means what to repeat. To clarify further, let us discuss each point by one. Here, this is the crystal of distance A, and this is the array of ups and down arrows. Here the lattice is the points, these dots are the lattice points, and motif or basis is the up and down arrow positioned at a by 2 distance. Note, all parts of the motif do not sit on the lattice points. Do remember and don't get confused. All parts of the motif do not sit on the lattice points. Motifs are associated with lattice points. They need not sit physically at the lattice point. I hope it is clear to you. Let us now further explain it. Crystal is equal to lattice plus motif. Here this is a love lattice pattern or love pattern plus this is a heart or motif. When they are combined, it becomes a love pattern or crystal. Example is, let us construct the crystal considered before, starting with an infinite array of points spaced at a by 2 apart. This is like the infinite array of points spaced a by 2 distance apart. Put arrow marks pointing up and down alternately on the points like this, a by 2, up, down, and so on. What we get is a crystal of lattice parameter a and not a by 2, as this lattice parameter is a measure of the repeat distance. Do remember this, as this lattice parameter is a measure of the repeat distance. So this is means up arrow, next up arrow, the distance between the two same direction arrow is called a, and this is the lattice parameter. So you can very well notice this. We could have alternately chosen the centers of bottom arrows as lattice points. Do not get confused with this. Now, how to make a 1D crystal? 1D means one dimensional. It is, some of the concepts are best illustrated in lower dimensions. That is, hence we shall construct some one-dimensional and two-dimensional crystals before jumping into three-dimensional. A strict one-dimensional crystal means 1D lattice plus 1D motif. The only kind of one-dimensional motif is a line segment. An unit cell is a representative unit of the structure, finite part of a infinite structure, which when translationally repeated gives the whole structure. This is the explanation of it. This is the lattice of points, array of points spaced at a distance a apart, and this is the unit cell. So motif is this red line, and when we have to form the crystal, we are placing this motif red line on each lattice points and distance a apart, and this makes the unit cell. I hope it is clear to you. Now making 2D lattices. 2D lattices can be generated with two basis vectors. They are infinite in two dimensions. There are 5 distinct 2D lattices. First is square, second rectangle, third centered rectangle, fourth 120-degree rhombus, fifth parallelogram, that is general. 4 unit cell shapes in 2D can be used for 5 lattices as follows. First square, which has A is equal to B, alpha is equal to 90 degree. Second rectangle, which has A, B, alpha is equal to 90 degree. Third 120 degree rhombus, which has A is equal to B, alpha is equal to 120 degree, and parallelogram is equal to A, B and alpha. It is clear some of them require more parameters to describe than others. Some of them have special constraints on the angle. So can we put them in some order? Let us find. This is how to make a 2D lattice. So this is, as you can see, this is an infinite array of points. Here there are 3 lattice parameters which describes the lattice. 2 distances A and B, and 1 angle alpha. Here for the present example it is 90 degree for alpha, you can see, and these are the 2 basis vector generates the entire lattice. Vector A, that is horizontal vector, and vector B, that is vertical vector. Now let us understand the making of 2D crystals in a broader aspect. Some aspects we have already seen in 1D, but in 2D many more concepts can be clarified. As you can see, this is the infinite array of points, and this is the horizontal vector A, and this is vertical vector B, and this is the motif. So this is the making of 2D crystal. As before, there are many ways of associating the motif with the lattice point. As you can see, one of these methods is shown here, and note each motif is identically oriented, that is orientationally ordered, and is associated exactly at the same position with each lattice point, that is positionally ordered. So now let us consider about 3D lattices. 3D lattices can be generated with 3 basic vectors. They are infinite in 3 dimensions. 3 basis vectors generate a 3D lattice. The unit cell of a general 3D lattice is described by 6 numbers. In special cases, all these numbers need not be independent. 6 lattice parameters, these are essentially the 6 lattice parameters. 3 distances, that is A, B and C, and 3 angles, that is alpha, beta and gamma. As you can see in this, These are the three distances, vector A, vector B and vector C, and these are the three angles alpha, beta and gamma. Making a 3D crystal, 3D crystal requires 3D lattice plus 3D motif. There are 14 distinct lattices possible in 3D. They are called the Bravais lattices. Lattices can be constructed using translation alone. The definition and classification of crystals is based on symmetry and not on the geometry of the unit cell. Crystals based on a particular lattice can have symmetry that is equal to that of the lattice or lower than that of the lattice. Based on symmetry, crystals are classified into 7 types or categories or systems known as the 7 crystal systems. We can put all possible crystals into 7 boxes based on symmetry. So now what is symmetry? If an object is brought into self-coincidence after some operation, it is said to possess symmetry with respect to that operation. So symmetry includes translational symmetry and rotational symmetry both. Translational symmetry, what is it? As you can see, this is an infinite array of points, and this is the these 2 points are equidistant, they are having the same positioning, and this is called the translational symmetry. Lattice also have translational symmetry. In fact, this is the defining symmetry of a lattice. Now let us discuss about rotational axis. If an object comes into self-coincidence through smallest non-zero rotation angle of theta, then it is said to have an n-fold rotation axis where n is equal to 360 degree divided by theta. Let us consider some examples. As for rectangle, theta is equal to 180 degree, n is equal to 2. It has two-fold rotation axis. Now triangle, theta is equal to 120 degree, n is equal to 3. It has three-fold rotation axis. For square, theta is equal to 90 degree, n is equal to 4. It has four-fold rotation axis. Now for hexagon, theta is equal to 60 degrees and n is equal to 6. It has six-fold rotation axis. Some examples of rotational symmetry are shown here. You can pause the video and observe all the articles. You will definitely observe that different types of symmetries, how they are available in our day-to-day life. Another type of symmetry is the reflection or mirror symmetry. It means that when you see a half portion of something, the other half portion looks exactly same or similar to the first half. As you can see in this picture depicted by the famous Taj Mahal, you can see that this portion is exactly similar to the right portion, that is this part, and this is called the mirror symmetry or reflection symmetry. This is another example. Our footsteps, they are the mirror symmetry of each other. Now symmetry of lattices. Lattices have translational symmetry, rotational symmetry and reflection symmetry. As you can see, this is the infinite array of points and it has all these three: translational symmetry, rotational symmetry and reflection symmetry. There are 7 types of primitive unit cells in a crystal. First, cubic; second, tetragonal; third orthorhombic, fourth hexagonal, fifth rhombohedral, and sixth monoclinic, and last is triclinic. These are the 7 primitive unit cells in a crystal. You can pause the video and see this picture and observe the different parameters mentioned there. For your easiness, this is the table. What are the symmetries of the 7 crystal systems? Cubic characteristic symmetry, it has 3-fold rotation axis, 2 will generate the other 2. Second, hexagonal, it has 1 6-fold rotation axis or roto-inversion axis. Tetragonal, only it has 1 4-fold rotation axis or roto-inversion axis. Trigonal, only it has 1 3-fold rotation axis or roto-inversion axis. Orthorhombic, it has only 3 perpendicular 2-fold rotation axis or roto-inversion axis. Monoclinic, it has only 1 2-fold rotation axis or roto-inversion axis. And triclinic, it does not have any characteristic symmetry, only translational symmetry it has. We have stated that basis of definition of crystals is symmetry, and hence the classification of crystals is also based on symmetry. The essence of the required symmetry is listed in this table. More symmetries may be part of the point group in an actual crystal. Please note that translational symmetry is always present in crystals, that is even in triclinic crystal. To summarize the above discussion, this is the complete table which gives symmetry, gives crystal system, and crystal system gives conventional unit cells. So symmetry of operations used as a unit cell for crystal and lattice parameters, they are mentioned in this table. As I have already explained it right now little bit. So you can pause the video and observe this table in detail. Let us move on. Now we will discuss about centered unit cells. A centered or non-primitive unit cell contains the equivalent of more than one lattice point. In other words, when a unit cell contains one or more constituent particles present at position other than corner in addition to those at corners is called a centered unit cell. There are 3 types. First, body centered, second, face centered, and third, end centered. Now let us consider about body centered unit cells. This type of unit cell contains one constituent particle or atom, ion or molecule at its body center besides others that are at its corners. Now second is face centered unit cells. This type of unit cell contains one constituent particle present at the center of each face beside the one that are at its corners. Let us third is end-centered unit cells. In this type of unit cells, one constituent particle is present at the center of any 2 opposite faces besides the one that are present at its corners. My dear friends, let us now discuss about coordination number. Coordination number is defined as the total number of nearest neighboring atoms. For simple cubic structure, the coordination number of simple cubic crystal is 6. It is shown in the figure. In this figure, we are considering one corner and drawn 3 lines connecting to 6 points. Next, body centered cubic. The coordination number of BCC crystal is 8. The body centered atom is in contact with all the 8 corner atoms. Each corner atom is shared by 8 unit cells, and hence each of these atoms is in touch with 8 body centered atoms. Next is face centered cubic. In the FCC lattice, each atom is in contact with 12 neighboring atoms. FCC coordination number Z is equal to 12. For example, the face centered atom in the front face is in contact with 4 corner atoms and 4 other face centered atoms behind it, 2 sides, top and bottom, and is also touching 4 face centered atoms of the unit cell in front of it. Hexagonal closed pack structure. In hexagonal lattice, Z is equal to 12. The center atom of the top face is in touch with 6 corner atoms. These atoms of the mid layer and other 3 atoms of the mid layer of the unit cell above it. This is the complete table of average number of atoms per unit cell. It is very often asked in Viva based questions and objective type questions, interviews also. So you should remember all this. First, SC is simple cubic. Position of atoms, it has 8 corners. So effective number of atoms is 8 into 1 by 8 is equal to 1. BCC is body centered cubic. It has position of atoms 8 corners plus at 1 body center. So 1 for corners and plus 1 for body center is equal to total 2. Third is FCC, that is face centered cubic. Position atoms is here, it has 8 corners plus 6 face centers. So effective number of atoms comes to 1 for corners plus 6 into half is equal to total 4. Now hexagonal closed pack, that is HCP. Position of atoms, it has 12 corners, 6 bottom plus 6 top plus 2 atoms at face centers plus 3 atoms in the interior. So total it comes to 12 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into half plus 3 interior is equal to 6. You must remember this table because it is asked very frequently in many exams and Viva based and interview. My dear friends, hope you like the content and found the video worth. So please don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. My dear friends, other videos related to this material science chapter are available on my channel and their link is provided in the description. So do visit them and watch them completely. Also remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the notification of the new videos promptly. My dear friends, with this I rest my voice for today and see you soon in the next video. Do remember to watch all the videos and do remember to subscribe the channel. Thank you very much. So thank you very much for watching this video till end. Thank you. See you in the next video.